Well, it's Kanye, so it makes sense.
I feel so bad saying he's crazy because he is really, because he's clinically crazy. And I don't know if it's funny now.
One of the things that I've experienced through divorce is like when you had friends when you were married and then you get divorced and all of a sudden like you're a pariah.
Oh.
So I really think that the platonic male relationships older is harder because I even think, what are they? I forgot what they called it, but I just feel like even past a certain age, I mean, unfortunately, some men just, it takes not much to get a man excited. You know what I mean? Like that if you say the right thing with a platonic friend, it might turn into like him thinking it's a freaking,
invitation.
Right.
What's up, listeners? Get ready for raw, unfiltered, laugh out loud conversations among friends. So take your bra off, get comfy, and let's jump into our show. Hello, listeners. This is Jennifer Battle, host of the Bras Off podcast. This particular episode contains a content warning as there's a discussion related to sexual assault and sexual violence that might be distressing to you. If you need support, resources are available at the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673. Thank you.
Look at all these beautiful, scrumptious friends I've got sitting next to me today.
Hello.
Hello. Everyone looks like really good. I'm loving this leather Michael Jackson cleavage to you. It's awesome.
It's time.
I was just like, they're not going to outdo me this time. So my cleavage out there too. Anyway.
Not the boom. Like
I think all of us separately have had very interesting weeks. So I'm just curious, like, how your week has gone.
Tia,
I mean, I blocked somebody for like the 100th time. And then, let's see.
you block somebody?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I blocked someone.
What is a blockable offense?
Oh, gosh. Disrespect.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
See you later.
But yeah, just working, trying to be more involved with family. But it's like, be careful what you ask for. So
I hear that.
Real.
A lot of things happening. Trying to just be, grateful, thankful person.
Amen.
Yeah. God knows my heart.
Yeah, right.
I'm hanging on. I'm hanging in there. But it was a good week other than the person I had to block.
Okay. Well, good on blocking that person, setting those boundaries. And I like that God knows my heart. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to say that
yeah,
more often. What about you, Miss Fiorella?
So I did my first set of box braids.
Whose head did you do?
I don't know. You guys, I was literally terrified, but excited at the same time. And God has your heart, knows your heart.
I was excited and terrified as well. But I just remember going back to our hair episode and Fiorella was talking a lot about learning how to do more textured hair. So, if someone's really willing and she's willing to come over to my house and play in my head, and my hair looked a hot mess. So there's nothing she could do to it that would make it worse. So, but I really love it. She did a great job. Great job for her first
And this
time.
is number 1. So I'm excited what number 25 is going to look like.
Yeah. So
and what
give
about
her
you?
a shout. Me? I moved. So finally, this whole summer, I have been thinking, like talking about, I'm going to move. I'm looking at places and all this stuff. And I finally, my place was ready. I moved in. I absolutely love it.
Good.
The doggies love it. It has all sorts of great amenities. It's close to the highway, but I'm not going to tell you where I live. But I really enjoy my new space. So
It's gorgeous.
It feels really good to just be settled somewhere. And thanks to everybody who let me crash at their place for like a whole month before I had a permanent place. But it feels really good to be home. So.
So good. I'm happy for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about our show today. We have so much going on. This is the last few weeks of our partnership with JL Devora Shoes. So I see, Fio, you're wearing some wedges right now.
These are the Savannahs. I don't know if you guys could see them, and I cannot lift my leg that high, so it's not going to. But they're peep toe wedges, patent leather with their patent pending technology to stretch in the bunion area. So they're just the super coziest, most comfortable, sexy looking little shoes. Savannahs in black patent leather.
They're super cute. Whether you want the Savannahs or they have some flats and heels and pumps and all that great stuff, go to jldevora.com and you can use the code BRASOFF15 and you get 15% any order over $100. So for good Italian leather shoes, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Especially
not a bad
before
deal
the
at all.
holidays.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying buy stuff for other people. I'm saying treat yourself.
Yeah.
You know, just treat yourself to, sorry, that's my favorite little meme. And not only that, because we've got so many things going on with Bras Off and we're getting ready to launch our community, we changed our handles a little bit. First, because that little underscore was so hard. I kept typing it in wrong. Like, I don't know if anybody else was doing that. So instead of just Bras Off _pod, you can now find us at Bras Off HQ.
Yeah.
For headquarters.
That's
so
right.
Bras Off HQ on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Love it.
Yeah. So good stuff happening there. So yeah, the lounge is the name of the community. So we've talked about that in a couple of different episodes. We talked about it way in the beginning when the idea was born. And just being in full disclosure, it's like there was an idea to have a community and a group. But what it looked like, what we were going to do inside, I'm like, I don't know. So over the last few weeks, that's kind of coalesced into a more solid idea. And guess what? We're going to talk more about that at the end of the show.
I'm so excited.
But you know what else I've been doing, which I'm really not proud of? I have been going down the social media, like doom scroll cycle.
Oh, yeah.
And landed on the Kanye betrayal list.
Oh, God.
Are you guys familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay.
You updated me on it, and I was appalled.
Well, I didn't know if it was real or not. I just thought it was like, I don't know, because people get hacked, I don't know.
Yeah, and listen, people, it's the internet.
Yeah,
You know,
I
like
don't-
people make things up.
Yeah, I thought
But
it was
Kanye's
just like kind of
crazy.
funny.
I know, that's why I also don't doubt it, because like, well, it's Kanye, so it makes sense.
I feel so bad saying he's crazy because he is really, because he's clinically crazy. And I don't know if it's funny now.
Like, we can't make fun of mental illness. That's true.
Oh, yeah, because he's really crazy. And I don't even like that. Should we even say crazy? He's
Kanye
mentally,
is having some challenges.
he's having some challenges.
He's not all there.
He's not.
He's there in his own world.
There we go.
He is living in a world that
His
is
own
not,
But not
this
ours.
one.
Yeah,
The
but not
delusional
ours.
world. Well, what's crazy is Geminis are already kind of delulu. So this world must be just like fever dream.
I can only imagine,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what killed me? Okay, so my understanding of the list, the betrayal list, is he wrote this list
Mhm.
and posted it on X and then deleted it. But you know, on X, it's like once it's out there, it's out
It's
there.
out
And
there, yeah.
people had this list. Who is on this list? I mean, you would expect Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, but
Mhm.
there were a couple on there that, like, I was like, for real. And this
When
is
you
why I
told
know
me
he's-
this list, I literally was like, I don't understand why.
This is how I know this man is unhinged. The first name I saw was Harriet Tubman. What did the woman helping folks with the Underground Railroad do to you?
We are so sorry, Harriet, that you are rolling in your grave because of this. We are so sorry.
And another one, okay, Curious George, the monkey,
The cartoon.
the cartoon, the books. Come on, man.
I'm thinking it's like maybe the person who invented Curious George. I mean, I guess that's where my mind went, like the person, the writer or whatever. I
She
don't
is
know.
trying to give this man the
monkey?
benefit of the doubt.
Because it's not a real person.
Well,
God knows your heart, Tia.
It's not a real, it's not a real character. That's why I was like, oh, maybe it has something to do with Curious George. The brands. I don't know.
Like a subliminal.
Yeah, like
the monkey.
no.
I mean, but like Pete Davidson, Patrick Starr.
Oh, yeah.
I think even Patrick Starr was like, why am I on the list?
Literally.
Do they have a relationship? Do they know each other?
They have. They might.
Listen, these are things we will never
We
know.
will
They
never know.
might.
Inside the head of Kanye West. He, whatever he's calling himself. Okay, but I have to
Yeah.
ask, if you had to write a betrayal list,
Aw, come on.
Who's on
now.
your list? Like, make it Kanye style too. I want to hear some like really crazy ones, unhinged ones.
I don't even
Wait,
know.
like unhinged, like we're talking like Curious George style, or like,
Yeah. Hey, if Kanye can be crazy, we can too.
all right.
Scar from Lion King.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
that's a good one.
See?
Mhm.
We hit fucking hate Scar. It's worst.
Been mad for 25 years. We've all been pissed for so long. We're still mad at Scar. I'm pissed at Scar.
For me, I had a cheat day a few weeks ago and I wanted to order a pizza and I asked for something not on it. Not only did the thing come with the topping on it, it was also in the box. Someone, I guess the door, whoever, the pizza had been inverted so it was all everywhere. So it was all messed up. So both the pizza place and DoorDash driver, count your days.
Yeah, that's
Count your days. You're on the list.
terrible.
It's crazy because I have all like these personal people in my head that I'm like, I cannot say their name out loud.
Oh.
But
You can tell us later.
yeah, I will tell you later. No, but really, I can't. Like, I don't know. I hate repeating it. It's not really as a joke, but in my head, I'm like, God knows my heart now because I'm like, I don't have ill will towards anyone.
Oh, see, that's a political answer because
No, but I really don't. Because I think about like even Scar. I'm like, but I watched the second Lion King, and I'm like, he had a poor upbringing, poor guy.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, the second one.
Tia's like, I don't care if the second one poor
Yeah.
upbringing.
She's like, black.
25 years. He's on the list.
But he died. He didn't die in the Lion King?
Who, Scar?
No, they,
Oh yeah. Well, the second one talks about
Oh,
like
it
when
talks
they're
about when they were little.
when they were
Like a
babies.
pre-
Yeah, when they're puppies or
I never saw
cubs.
it.
Nope.
I know.
Confession. I never really liked The Lion King.
What?
I love the musical and the Broadway thing.
Watch it with the girls. When with the girls, I mean her dogs. Enzo watched the entire movie.
I'm not watching that shit. Sorry.
She's like, nope.
I remember in 1994 when I watched Lion King, I was just like, I mean, it's okay. It's not that it was bad. It just wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, how amazing. I will say, like I said, the Broadway version, that was amazing. Definitely like moved me. But the movie, so I never watched the 2.5 and the 33 and 30, whatever, the other Lion Kings and the Simba's. Like, I don't. First of all, why is Disney trying to make so much damn money off of this one franchise?
Okay, but then tell me the Disney movie that you like, because you have to
Aladdin.
like a Disney.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I like Aladdin.
That was
You're
my
off
first
my
ever.
betrayal list.
Yeah. Oh,
You're about to be on the list. And you gotta
Damn.
like a Disney movie.
Yeah.
You just
I
have
mean,
to.
I do like a couple of Disney movies. I like The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I like The Princess and the Frog.
Okay. Okay.
And I like Aladdin. But
Yes.
there's some that I just never really got the hype. And Lion King, and I think the issue I have with Lion King is it wasn't terrible,
Mhm.
but it was like, okay, how many versions of this are you going to make and try to make money off of me? We've got a live action version. We've got a 2.5. We've got the Simba's Pride, if that's the same one. I don't know.
Oh, I
We
don't. I
have
only know
all
the
these
original.
versions, and
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like how much are you going to try to milk me for this
Oh.
damn
But-
concept? The
Okay.
lion.
I don't know.
But-
I only saw the original. I didn't see the Beyonce one. I
Yeah.
didn't see any of that. So.
And then all I can also think of is Aaron, Pierre. That's Mufasa.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. Aaron, Pierre. mwah.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness.
He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
fine as hell.
That was a rabbit hole and a half.
Mhm.
Well, we're talking about friendships today. I thought this was such an important topic because in these last several weeks, years, whatever, I was just really thinking back to how important friendships, particularly female friendships, are.
Yeah.
And in this show, like, it's really easy to talk about our relationship with others and opposite sex. And we were talking about marriages before and dating before. But some of the most important relationships I've ever had are with my girls. Like, this is important to me. And this fulfills me in a way that others couldn't. So I figured, well, we spend some time talking about it.
Talk about the girls.
So
Not these girls either.
So I was like, wanted to first kick off, like, talk to me about some of your really good friendships. Like, what are some stories of times where your friends have come through for you that in a way that was just extraordinary. And if you cry, it's okay.
So in April of 2020, I was in a really bad car accident. That the ambulance driver told my mom and my sister that I had like an 8% chance of survival. And the crazy part, this was the height of COVID. So no one can come in the hospital. I was alone the entire time. And the crazy part is I was in a coma for 3 days and I was on an intubator. So once I was able to breathe on my own, they like kicked me out because they needed the beds for COVID. But when I got out, my sister was like, she needs rehab. She needs like rehabilitation, like she needs therapies. Because there was a limbo in between when I was able to get to like rehab to like get normal again, we didn't have help. So my sister had whatever number she had. She literally rallied up, I want to say like 5 or 6 of my friends. And I have like, she made an entire schedule, 24-hour window to watch me because I needed to be watched. Because when you have a brain injury, like you're not yourself, you're like a child. So like when I saw that, like when I learned about it and I saw that, like I literally had my friends staying with me from like 1 to 5 in the morning, from like, you know, whatever time in the morning. Like it's just, and hearing like they had to bathe me, they had to clothe me, they had to feed me, like, and it's just to know that they dropped everything to do that. Like I always say they're my earth angels, and I can never like, Melly, Amanda, Yahira, Debbie, I love you guys. I'm so grateful for everything you sacrificed to make me who I am again today. So, yeah.
Gosh, Theo.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's like, I don't even know what to say, Theo. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
To even like overcome something like that is like, I don't even know. It's a miracle, really.
Yeah. And I'm grateful because I always like, I think since then that I almost even value my people even more so since then. And I don't want to say I evaluate. I almost want to say like, it's almost even the same thing with boundaries and like relationships. It's the same thing with friendships. Like understanding like how much, like even now, like having moved here, like I realized that like I gave so much. And since I've been gone, like all the people that I thought were my friends are crickets, except for the handful that are like checking in, you know? So I just super grateful for the people that are in my corner.
Yeah. I'm trying not to cry. I told myself I wasn't going to cry this episode, but as I was thinking about some of my friendships, a few years ago, like you guys know my situation with my last marriage, and knowing that my marriage was ending was a shock, and it was really, really hard. And I remember having a point where there's always like a point where you realize it's like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And I was really having a hard time processing it. We were, still in the same home. We cared about each other very much, but we just knew it was ending. And if you've ever been through something like that, it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And one of the first people I told was one of my very closest friends, Christina. Shout out to you. You better be watching this, girl. And she lived in Seattle. I was in Michigan at the time. And I told her what happened. And she was like, holy crap. And she's like, get out here. She's like, I don't care. I'll pay for your plane ticket. I paid for my plane ticket. But the fact that she offered was incredible. And I literally got on a plane and just flew out there. And in that moment, it's like she gave me space to fall apart. She knew when to leave me alone, and she lives in a beautiful area. So I went for walks, and, they made sure it was her and her husband. They made sure I had like a really comfortable room and toiletries and like everything. And then we would spend the whole day, then we spent the next day binge watching Love is Blind and doing crazy stuff, and then talking and just being there for me. And that was the first time after we realized that things were going to be over that someone else asked me, like, what do you want? What do you need? And it was probably one of the most important conversations that I'd had in that whole breakup process. So the fact that she was there for me, but she knew what I needed, even when I didn't. I just knew I was like, fucked. I was like, I needed help and I needed support. but she was there for me in a way that only a friend could be, someone who knows you like a family member, like a sister.
Yeah.
And she really came through. So, Christina, if you're watching, thank you so much. I love you, girl.
Hmm.
Aw,
Not gonna cry.
you can cry.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna see that makeup streak on my face.
I'll dab you up. You're good. Just dab, don't wipe. Dab, dab.
I don't know. My story is pretty hard to talk about. But I have a really close friend. I'm gonna try to, in a roundabout way, say what happened. But I was out with someone that it got ugly, and I was assaulted and hurt pretty bad, and just like left on the sidewalk. And she just came and picked me up and took me to the hospital and stayed with me for hours. Like I couldn't even get seen because it was emergency and it was just so late. But she, and it was a person that was pretty well known in the community. No one believed me. She believed me, and fought for me when I wasn't around, and just still kind of advocates for me and is like a really big supporter. And she's just I don't even,
She's an angel.
yeah.
She's your earth
So,
angel.
Yeah. So she, I'm sure probably sees them around. I mean, I don't, and nothing really ever came of it, because I'm a woman and this is like a man's world and these kinds of cases just get,
Thrown by
but
the wayside.
yeah, yeah. So we, went to court and all that. But, I'm sure someone that they could pass each other on the street. And so, I just, to this day, just admire her just strength. When I couldn't be strong and wasn't strong, she was like my rock.
I love that.
And so, yeah, thank you, Brandy. You're amazing. I love you.
And thank you for being vulnerable and open
Yeah.
enough to share that. That's highly personal, but also I think what I'm hearing in all of our stories is like there's places where we go in as humans where we're really like at the worst, right?
Yeah.
We're at the worst. And it takes a real different kind of love
Yes.
from a friend, especially for women as our female friends, that is different from sometimes even our family
Oh, yeah.
or men in our lives or partners. And I thought it was really important to highlight that
Yeah.
because, there's so much rhetoric right now about like men and women and all this other stuff, but and there's dating coaches and all sorts of folks like how do you get into a relationship, like a romantic relationship, but sometimes it's the relationships that mean the most, have impacted us the most, are the ones that are platonic. They're our friendships.
Absolutely.
So why do you think that it's so different?
A male friend versus a female friend.
Yeah, the platonic versus romantic. I mean, because it's all love, right? But the romantic love and the platonic love, a love of a friend. Like I wonder, well, and I think men and women react to things differently, and I don't want to generalize, but like thinking about your situation, Theo, I know you have male friends in your life, men who care about you, but the people in your lineup seem to be all your girls.
Well, that's all the numbers my sister had.
Oh, wow.
No, but I will
That
say,
too.
well, that's the thing. I'll be honest. Like, if I have any male friend that like I can be vulnerable with and talk to, that's on a platonic level, they weren't living with me or here or where I was living. So, and especially I feel like as I got older, it was harder to have that platonic male relationship. Because if you think about it, like when you're a kid, like even when you're in high school or middle school, like it's so jovial and so innocent, and it's just play and it's cars and video games and bullshit. You know, it's not life, right? It's
Yeah.
not the responsibilities and the stress and the
Yeah.
dumping and the hormones. Like
Yeah.
we're now, like, if you think, like, I think about even having a male friendship now, like, I don't like, listen, I had a call with my friend the other day and we talked about all the personal female things, like, you know, all the detailed personal female things that, like, I can't talk to with my husband.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know, it's for me to talk to him about it. He's like, I don't want to fucking hear that. Like, I don't want to know this. I get it happens, but it's not my problem, you know?
Right.
So I really think that the platonic male relationships older is harder, because I even think, what are they? I forget what they called it, but I just feel like even past a certain age, I mean, unfortunately, some men just, it takes not much to get a man excited. You know what I mean? Like that if you say the right thing with a platonic friend, it might turn into like him thinking it's a freaking, you know,
invitation.
Right. When it's just like, no, bro, I'm just, think about it. Like how you said in the last episode, how, like, you know, bras off, you know, show more. It's like, no, bro, we just want to be fucking relaxed and take a damn bra off. You don't get it because you're not a girl.
You're so right, because the perspective is different. Today I was participating in this day-long coaching training event. And I'd mentioned that we have a podcast, and I was talking about bras off, and someone's like, what's the name of it? And I said, bras off. Okay. Now it was mixed group, like there was male and female, and the women into like, oh my gosh, that's so great. And the guys sitting there like, huh.
Like, we don't get it.
Like, did I just hear what I just heard? Like,
perspective
what's happening here?
Difference.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm hearing. It's perspective, and then also like what things mean to people.
Listen, they're probably envisioning us taking it off and fucking doing this. What us, we know that feeling when you unhook and just take it off. It's like,
oh, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's totally perspective for sure.
In terms of like, you mentioned it changed over time.
Yeah.
So thinking back to your female relationships, like at different stages of your growth or your life, has that changed too? Like your female relationships, and like how so? You're nodding, so I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm with her. I'm like 100%. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think for me, the biggest thing that I learned was like every friend isn't like for everything, right? Like there's a friend that maybe you're in a book club together, and then there's a friend that can watch your kids, and then there's a friend that you don't want to watch your kids, and then there's a friend that you party with.
Right.
You know, everybody kind of have to compartmentalize a little bit as you get older, because some folks, you know, at this age, I feel like, you know, some people are still kind of partying, and then some people are homemakers and, you know, housewives and, you know, or corporate, or, you know what I mean? So everybody's in these different categories. And for me, it's like I have to just meet them where they are. And maybe if I can't, like, we go our separate ways for now, you know, because we have to have some common ground, right? You know, and I have some friends that, you know, we check in on each other. And I'm talking about like middle school, high school, you know, a long time ago. And we still keep tabs on each other and care about each other. But I mean, you know, in my 20s, I'm just like, these are my friends forever. And we're all in the houses next to each other. And our kids are going to be raised together, because that's what you think. You know, this isn't going to ever change. We're never going to change from who we are right now. And it's like, no, girl, like, it's so different. You move, you get another job, you know, you get married, you just, your needs change. What you want from life changes. The people that you want around you changes, you know? I mean, you know, I got friends and they want to just talk to other moms, and that's fine. Like, I get it. I'm not in the club. Like, I totally get it. But that doesn't mean that I love them any less or anything like that. But I will say, I did take it personally for a while, just because I'm like you. Like, I really just value my female friendships and have a hard time letting go. But at this age now, I'm just like, bye, girl. I see you when I see you. I see you, girl, you know, because that's life. Like, we're all trying to get on each other's calendars all the time, you know, like we're trying to figure out time to even just get together. Like, it's so hard. So now that I'm a little older, I understand. Whereas before I was like, why can't you meet me at Tuesday at 2 p.m.? I don't understand. You know? Right. It's like, girl, like, so, you know, so.
Yeah, there's absolutely, I love what you said about the evolution of stage, like people are at different places. Like you've got, you know, my age, I have friends who are just having babies. And then I have friends like me who are empty nesters. And I have people who are like super single, and then people who are married. And it's different. Like their lifestyles are different. And so having to accept people where they are, I loved how you said that.
Am I the super single friend?
No, you're the boss ass bitch friend.
I literally was like, oh.
No,
No.
that was me, girl.
I'm sorry. Like, oh.
No, and that's not
Well,
a
I don't
bad
know.
thing. It's
No,
not
I
a
don't know.
bad
I
thing.
don't know. Some people think it's like sad. I don't know.
Okay, but okay, I'm going off on a tangent a little bit. Have you found, and this is a good question for you and for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a married person, one of the things that I've experienced through divorce is like when you had friends when you were married and then you get divorced and all of a sudden like you're a pariah.
Oh.
Like they don't want you around anymore. Or I just, oh, we didn't, you know, because, you know, it was going to be like couples. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, never mind.
When I got divorced from my ex-husband, it was, listen, I laughed because he was being a bitch, and he was talking all the shit and blaming me and saying I did this. And he told everybody, like he was like the fucking Pineapple Express, just going telling everybody. And when I was like hanging out with them for the last time, they all hit me with that. Like, oh, well, we're all really we're closer to Mark. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, you met him through me.
Oh, gosh.
Like, you met him. Like, I met you first. And he came along because he was my husband. So, yeah.
I got dumped. Like, the first time I got divorced, I had a whole set of friends that I did not have anymore.
Really?
I started from scratch.
Oh.
And interestingly enough, those who I started with scratch with, I'm still friends with them today because they saw me in my lowest moments, and as I was trying to rebuild my life, and they just accepted me for where I was, because we were kind of like this ragtag group of people who, you know, didn't necessarily have a lot of family or friends close by, so everybody just kind of bonded together. So I love y'all. But
it's interesting that they felt like they had to pick a side to me. That's so interesting. I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure if one of them all of a sudden became divorced, they would be like, hey, girl, you know, which is so stupid. But
I'm a super believer in karma. So I know that there's going to be a moment that they're going to be like, fuck, that's what I did to her.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think for me, where it's been really cool, where my friendships have come into play, is they've really pushed me to grow. Like I've learned so much and continue to learn. I learned so much from you, Tia, and I learned so much from you, Fiorella, in personal growth, and the way that you guys have encouraged me, and the way that my close friends really understand who I am and know my insecurities and will push me. That's been incredibly helpful. And so friendships to me, it's not just about like, hey girl, let's go hang out. It's like, these are, again, the people who know you the most, the best, good, bad, and ugly, and then also can push you in a particular direction. Yeah. And I'm like, have you guys experienced that too? Or is it like how you see your friends?
Yeah.
They helped you move in a particular direction?
I had this one situation. It was the year my dad passed away was also the year that my ex cheated on me. And it was also the year I decided to go freelance. I quit the salon, opened my own salon suite. It was like the limbo of me like building it up and painting and all that stuff. Yeah. And my friend Melly, who's also one of my earth angels, I'll never forget. She is a badass interior designer in South Florida. She is like what do you say? Idol to me because of the way she's come up. I mean, and I've known her since Jersey, so I've known her forever. And I'll never forget. I was in her office, and she was helping me make like flyers to like give out for people to, you know, for exposure. And I started talking about the breakup. And mind you, it had already been like 5-6 months, but you know, bad breakups are bad. So she grabbed my leg and she's like, Mama, I love you. She's like, but we got a business to build. Oh, shit. And I looked at her. I was like, you're fucking right. I literally like wiped my tear and kept typing and designing my little flyers. And I'm like, she's fucking right. We got some business to fucking build. And I love that because don't get me wrong. Like I understand we have the friend who's the shoulder to cry on. But sometimes we need the one that's like, all right, we got to buck up. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Like, I love you. And I know this sucks, but like, you got important things to do. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's so great to have those people who just push you.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree 100,000%. And I do, but I do feel like, is there a line? Because sometimes I'm like, is this tough love or are you just being tough? Like, are you just, are
Just
this a little
tired
bit
to hear me cry.
or is this like maybe you're a little like a hateration going on or a jealousy? Like at some point, it's like sometimes you just want a hug or someone to
Oh, for
listen,
sure,
or
yeah.
and so I found myself with these personalities that are just a little bit more like when times are hard, they get that aggressive or that tough, like, no, girl, we got to do this. But sometimes I'm like, just let me cry. Like, I just, like, I don't want to be tough right now. But, like, it's only been 5 minutes. Like, give me a break. Like, but I do agree. Like, I like the encouragement and the motivation because you can't get too down.
No.
Yeah.
Because you'll stay there. So I'm a firm believer of that. So I give myself like 24 hours and I got to get back to my shit.
Keep it gangsta.
Yeah. There's no.
You go, girl.
Yeah. Like nobody is taking.
She said the clock
more
is on
than
right
24
now.
hours. Yeah. No. cry. But tomorrow, there's no more tears. Like for real. Like get your shit together.
I love that.
Yeah. And I remember crying on my bathroom floor about some guy that was awful. And one of my friends, she was on the phone. And I was like, I'm thinking she hung up because I didn't hear anything. And I was like, hello.
Are you there?
Yeah. And I was like, well, are you? Yeah. I was like, so what do you think? She's like, Tia, did you take a shower today?
Oh.
And I went, no. And she goes, well, don't you think he took a shower? And I went, probably. And she was like, Tia, take a shower and I'm going to call you back. Like, it's like, and I was like, damn, like, she's right. Like,
Wash your ass.
Yeah, like,
I'll be back.
doing? Like, yeah, like, but it was like small sentence. Like, she didn't have to like cuss or make me feel, it was like, Tia,
Right.
like, really? Like, I think he went to work today. Like, why are you letting him stop your bag or stop your, but from being clean? Like, I get it. Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. Thank you. So,
She said I can smell you from the phone.
It's a push, and it's also, I've appreciated change in perspective.
Yeah.
Like, like when your friend's saying, I bet he has gone to work and I bet he's taken a shower. And I think that's why I have really different types of, like, not types of friends, but it's not like you could line them all up and be like, oh, this is a group of people Jennifer hangs out with. You'd be like, what? Like, this is Jennifer's friend? Because they all provide such different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason that I love them so much. Like, I have a friend, Rachel, if you're listening, there are a lot of times where I'm like, I got to do this. And she's like, or, have you considered, or maybe it doesn't have to be like this. And so I tend to look at things very black and white, and having these relationships of people who are different, who have these different perspectives, have really helped me just rethink some of the rules that I have for myself, some of the definites, or this has to be that way. And I've really just appreciated that. That's helped me grow so much.
Oh, 100%.
And just anytime you're around a really great group of people, they have knowledge and experiences that I don't have. And so there's always something to be learned from it, whether it's what to do, what not to do, whatever, but there's always something to be learned from that.
Well, I think even touching on what you were saying, like how you have like the tough love friend, and then like the one, my best friend in Florida, Diana, she like, I'm the tough love friend. And so she tells me, she literally was like, listen, like when I know I need a kick in the ass, I will call you. She's like, but if I gotta cry and just bitch, like I don't call you. I was like, yeah, because we don't got time for that, girl. I always get her the same love. Like, we got shit to do. Let's go. Stop crying.
I can hear it too, that little Fiorella's voice, like, okay, come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to do this.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do.
This is what's happening. Here's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And the clap.
Yeah. Hair blowing in the wind.
Exactly.
I have the fan blow drying my face.
The Beyonce fan. Come on, girl, let's do
But
this.
I think it's valid. I think we all have, like, we know we have the friend we cry to. We have the friend we binge fucking Love is Blind with. We have the friend we go out to drinks with. Like, we have, they're all equally as amazing, but they have their purpose of help.
It's true.
I think you're hitting on something that's huge, which is the whole power of community, right?
Yes.
And I think women, I'm sure men do this in their own way. I'm not a man, I can't speak to it, right?
Yeah.
But what I can speak to is the power of when women come together in community, whatever community that is, even if it's like the group chat for Love is Blind or your friend that you go to the club with or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like when you come together, there's something like really special and unique about that. And women who have done well in life, at least this is my observation. I'm curious if you guys have seen this too.
Mhm.
It's like they've done a good job of assembling people around them
Mhm.
that create, like, they're not just relying on themselves or a partner or a one single family member or one part of their lives. They have a whole like board of directors. They have this like bouquet of people around them
Like a
that have helped
tribe.
them. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've noticed. Like I'm always like I have the people who I look up to and admire, and I think that's
Mhm.
the thing that I see. It's like they have a circle. They have a
Mhm.
circle that's really important that gives them counsel.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Takes a village.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly.
But have you ever heard someone say, because I've come across the type of gal more than a few times, say, like, I don't have a lot of female
Oh
friends.
gosh, yeah.
Or I don't hang out with a bunch of females, and as a woman, a like a girly girl, that's hard for me to wrap my head around. And I think now that I'm older, and I would say in my mid 30s is when I started to kind of like actually be able to identify those women right away at like networking events. Because it was like really hard to have a conversation, and there was just the social awkwardness.
block.
Yeah, just like you could just
The
tell. But then,
wall.
and there are certain women at networking events that only talk to the men, especially like being in real estate. You see this a lot, or being in like corporate rooms because they find it easier to talk to men because I'm a woman, a man's gonna talk to me. Sure, sure. But why is it not as important to talk to the women in the room? So for me,
Yeah, I
no,
do
yeah.
too.
I mean, and it was because I ran a networking group in LA with two males.
Mm.
And I would point it out to them. I was like, she only talks to the guys. And they'd be like, dang. Like they would watch and be like, you know what? You're right. I was like, that's weird. What is that? And I was like, it makes them uncomfortable to talk to women. I'm not sure what that is, but maybe Theo has some insight
I have
there.
a theory, but go ahead, Pia.
As a former, I'm only friends with males girl.
Okay.
It was my insecurity.
Oh wow.
It's
okay.
100% insecurity because
Yeah.
I didn't love myself.
Oh yeah.
I was very insecure. I like didn't take care of myself the way I do now. Like I was very tomboyish. I was sloppy as fuck. I was a sloppy girl. I was a sloppy tomboy the guy's girl. And
Okay.
because it was easier because they didn't care because I was their friend. Like it was platonic, right?
Yeah.
Where I feel like once I got into taking care of myself, going to the gym, going for walks, doing my hair, doing like it was easy to hang with the girls. It was easy to be vulnerable and hormonal, like it just became more simple because I was comfortable with myself.
Yes. Wow. That's powerful.
Yeah.
That was part of my theory. It's kind of like when I hear black men say that they don't like black women. I feel like it's similar. Theo space. You've never heard that? There are a lot of black men who said they don't want to date black women.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a form
It's a thing.
of first the way society generally looks at women is not positive. And so if you're a woman who's trying to climb or trying to be better, yeah, I think it's misguided, this
Right.
thought process, but it's like, I don't want to hang with those girls. I want to hang with people who are going to make me better, who will give me more opportunities, and those are the men. Or this connotation that women are gossipy, backstab, like all those negative things that other people have told you about women. And my thing is like, there are people like that, men, women, whatever, just don't hang out with them.
Right.
Like, of course they're gossipy women, but they're gossipy men. They're crappy men. They're crappy
yeah.
whatever. So you choose just like you would any relationship. But that's my take on it, that there's a level of insecurity, and it might be for the reasons you talked about. But I also think for some women, it's almost like a badge of honor that they don't have girlfriends, that they want to only associate
It's
with
so
men
weird.
because they feel
Wow.
like in some ways that makes them, they're above this whole connotation of us being like emotional, sloppy, girly, gossipy, and all those things that
Yeah.
people say negatively about women. But I also think that if they were to do some like self-reflection
Yeah.
and thinking about where those ideas came from, I mean, it's almost like a form of self-hatred, in
Mhm.
my opinion.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why, and same with the black dudes on the date
Mhm.
black women. It's
It
like, yo,
is.
mama black. Why do you want to date a black girl? Oh, there's these women, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's, I see the same thing with
I didn't think about
women
it like that.
relationships.
I guess you're right. I mean, sure, do men have higher positions more than women do in terms of the world and the dynamics? Absolutely. But I think that we're touching on like that emotional component is so needed. I mean, even as a woman trying to climb up to the top, I feel like without a supportive circle of women, even like encouraging me to,
Yeah.
was but I will say this: have I had less morals and wanted to get there by, you know, letting men,
Being a
take me
guy's
out
girl.
or be, sure, like I probably would have a lot more money. I'd probably be a lot further in life. Sure, maybe, but I have to have that like self-respect, and for me, I want to earn it. And I know that I can, and I've seen it done. But I don't also knock the girls that don't. Like, if you know what I mean? Because I wish I could send an invoice out to a couple guys for get my time, reclaim my time,
Man,
but
some of them need an invoice. Wasted my time all this.
just a waste
Your
of time.
payment is overdue, sir.
Yeah.
But what could the world look like, though? I mean, right now, the way it's true that if we look in the United States about positions of power, it's still male dominated. But I almost feel like it's because we're trying to play a game that's not ours. What if we played our game as women and we leaned on the things that we're really good at, including the support, including the collaboration, including the personal growth that we find in community? God damn, that would be pretty powerful. And it's hard to stop. Like, we have a lot of control, we have a lot of influence, but I feel like we have been in systems where we're not utilizing the skills and influence and community that we have. But like, what if we did that? Holy crap. Then watch out, men.
Especially
And I'm
too
not
for
saying
women,
we
we
wanna-
have the emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
like significantly more than I feel like the male population.
But it's also we compete with each other,
Right.
Yes.
especially like minority women in corporate.
Oh yeah.
We think there's only room for one. There's only room for one Latina, one Black, and one Asian. Like, that's it. And when you see another Black girl, we be in the hallway like,
Really?
But
we like
that's
two
that-
unicorns. Like,
That's
it's
that
stupid.
thing that people are pitting themselves against each other. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be that way. So
No.
it's like a change of perspective that's really needed and important. And I'm sorry, please go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. But
No, you didn't
that's-
cut me off at
yeah.
all. I remember I was at an event and Sandra Douglas, the CEO of the Raiders, she surprised me with her speech, and she said something along the lines of like, don't hide when you walk into these rooms. She's like, she used to hide. It's like, I can't hide. Like, I'm Black, like I'm Asian, I'm a woman, I'm the only woman in here. Like, I gotta like be like, I gotta be loud. I gotta take up space, and she also said, talk to me. Like, she opened herself up to like as someone that you could just walk up to and ask a question or
I love that.
Let me get her in LinkedIn.
I know. And I was like, that right there is so powerful because, I'm someone who, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but I've always helped people. Like, if you need a job, if you need a ride, like I've always just thought, how can I help? Like, how can I be of service to my friends, to my family? But I feel like I've come across people. Like, I remember calling a friend and being like, hey, your job is hiring. Like, what do you think? And she's like, I don't help people anymore.
Wow.
I don't help people anymore.
Wow.
And it was like, and that was just that. She didn't want to go into detail about it. I got it right away. And I was just like, okay, fair enough. But it's like, I want to challenge women, especially if you're in a position to, That's not to say if you're in a position to help, someone right now, Black women are the most unemployed in the entire workforce. We're the most educated and the most unemployed right now. And we're not, at least to my knowledge, I don't know of organizations or anybody rallying in a movement to make this change. But it's a reality that we're all facing this every single day, and DEI, had I ever thought in my wildest dreams that it would go away, which I did not. I'm not shocked that we are disproportionately affected. But I am shocked that there are no resources,
Right.
and that I don't know. I just want to encourage our community. Like, if you are in a position to help someone
Yes.
looking for a job or needing groceries for their family or anything, like, help them, because we get tunnel vision. We get stuck in I got a job. So,
Right.
I'm able to get, to work, but maybe there's someone probably closer than you think that's in need, and I know people far more educated and more experienced than me that don't have a fucking job. And it doesn't make any sense to me right now. So,
And I think it's like you were saying, like, they're educated, they're able. And I think, like, I learned, at least here in Vegas, like, my sister-in-law, she was having a hard time finding a job, and the place that she got a job at is, I know the people, right? So I'm very, like you said, like, you need your people, because I feel like here I've learned that, like, it's who you know that will get you through the door, but it's your knowledge that's going to keep you in it.
yeah.
So I think that is 1,000,000% valid, because it's like, all right, I just need you to help me get the door open. I will take care of the rest. And yeah.
I think that just also illustrates, like, I know sometimes problems when we're having challenges, they feel huge.
Yeah.
And like, what can I do?
Right.
Well, Tia and Fiorella just gave you a thing that you can do. It's something small, and I can't stress how collective is important.
Oh yeah.
Like, I may have a small piece, Tia might have a small piece, Fiorella has a small piece. But when you put those pieces together, they're big.
huge.
They're greater than our individual parts. And so that's why, like, communities are so important. And I think that's why women really thrive in communities. And if you look at, the efforts that I feel the efforts that try to keep us down, but the things that when we're not successful, it's
Yeah.
when we try to do everything by ourselves.
Yes.
And this, probably true of men too, but I think historically men have always kind of come together in clubs and in smoke rooms and, in the bathroom, or I don't know what y'all be doing in there, but, and we
It's
need
true.
to do that too,
Yeah.
because, and it could be something small, like, I want to make a small change in my life, to something like very huge and life-changing, but coming together in community, having our collective selves work together, knowing that each of us has a really critical piece of the puzzle is really important, and that we can contribute that.
Yeah.
I almost feel like this is such a good segue to talk about the lounge a little bit.
The lounge.
Yeah, and like, in full disclosure, right? I could probably take some of my own advice because I was building a lot of this in a silo, and part of it was because I know how important it is for us to come together in community, and I felt like I was lagging. But then I also realized it's like I didn't take advantage of my girls here to help them form it. But I want to take advantage of not only my girls sitting next to me, but those of you who are listening. I want to tell you a little bit about the vision for the lounge. When I first came to Las Vegas, I truly knew two people, and I really had to start my life completely over again. And I did it, and I built my life to where it is now because I reached out to people, and I really took advantage of meeting amazing people, and all of them contributed different things. I mean, I'm thinking even the way that I met both of you. Like, I remember, Tia, you and I just sitting in that parking garage
Oh my gosh.
for like what felt like an hour and a half.
It was.
And I'm like,
I know it was.
I know. I'm like, this woman's gonna be my friend. I know it, because she, we're talking and helping each other out. And I don't even know if I ever told you, but that conversation was really important at that time, because I was thinking about making a big change. And in talking to you, I'm like, man, really don't like what I'm doing right now. I need to make this change. And then when I met Fiorella, and Fiorella's sisters with my former roommate, and I met Theo, and just also just engaging with you. And it's so funny because Ilona always told me about you. So I felt like in a way I knew her a little bit. But just helping me like expand what was possible and really think about like, and you're like America's best hype girl, right?
Yes.
Like Theo, you
Yes.
know, when Theo's there, she's like with the
And I'm a cheerleader, and I'm like, Theo ain't got ain't nothing,
right. She's like,
nothing
no,
on.
you look beautiful. Oh my God, yay! And it's like having those types of relationships were so important. So
Yeah.
when I thought about the lounge, and I kept thinking about what it took, because I was at such a huge transition point in my life, and I was like literally could have fallen apart at any moment. And I thought about all those great interactions with people, and I'm like, how many other people are in that kind of place where big or small, they maybe they have people around them who may not get them, or they might have want to make a change but not know how to do it. And I feel like there was an opportunity for us to come together in community and kind of do the things that we were talking about, show up for each other, big or small, have fun, laugh, like be the friend you go drinking with, be the friend I mean, in a virtual sense. And then also do like fun personal growth things each month. So like learning from each other.
Yeah.
So, you know, if Tia's a PR expert and she does events and she's so smart and all this other stuff, like let's have a conversation with Tia about how did she get into that and how did she do that? And then we learn from that. And so we bring in lots of other really amazing women who are learning from each other. But at the same time, we're having fun, we're having conversation, because I think that's what we do as women. We're able to like do it all. It doesn't have to be all like serious and all the other stuff. So it's really something where we're all looking to be people in the lounge are here to grow and be like real cool and everything, but it's with a community perspective in mind first. So it's like you're coming for the party, but you're staying for the growth.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. And I figured the best way to kick off the lounge would be having a meetup, like just something where we can all get together virtually online. So that means like if you're in Georgia or you're in like butt crack someplace where maybe like
Florida.
and I've had this experience, like I want to be around real cool people, but they're just not there.
Yeah.
Or like you were saying earlier, my friends are now at different stages in their lives, and so they don't have the time or ability to hang with me. But that's why I figured we can come together in a digital environment, but not like stuffy, not networking, not the here's my card kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just hang out and have a good time. So planning a November 6th meetup. Details will be on the Bras Off pages and on my personal page and all stuff like that. But I really want to invite you as watchers and listeners on November 6th to come hang out with us and meet us in the lounge and have a good time, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it kicks off this whole concept of community and love and collaboration and building each other up. And I don't know exactly what it's going to be like in a year, but I just know when you get really cool women together, like magic happens.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
Yay. Bring your wine.
I'm not drinking right now.
Okay. Well,
You're not gonna be drinking till November 6th?
I'm not drinking till the end of the year.
Oh, good for you. That's
You're
good.
right.
That's really good. I'll drink to that.
You can drink for me. I mean,
I'm going to DoorDash to you a bottle of wine.
I love it. I love it. This was such a rich conversation today.
It was a good one. It was a feel good one.
What were I don't know, what were some of the things you're leaving with?
It's really important to have your girlfriends. Life happens, and like you said, like you have your biased corner of family and friends that don't get it, and sometimes when you have those like friends that understand, like it's a life-changing experience, especially as we get older. Like, listen, people underestimate the terrible power of hormones and how your emotions, your life, your weights, like everything is just all over the fucking place. And it's like, if you don't have somebody who's on the same page or understands, like That's a fucking terrible concoction.
Yeah, I agree. I think part of prioritizing yourself, because everybody's like, I gotta prioritize myself. Is hanging out with your girlfriends.
Yes.
Like for me, it's therapeutic. We laugh, we cry, there's things that, you share with your girlfriends that you don't share with your significant other or your parents or your siblings.
Right.
It's just a whole different type of relationship. And I think also for me, just like practicing forgiveness and, I just keep thinking about that damn betrayal list. And I'm like, people are going to disappoint you. Like, it's just part of life. Like everybody, if someone disappointed you or betrayed you, it's like, for me, I have those folks, and for me, I can't have a betrayal list because like, you're not going to occupy that space in my mind and in my heart. Like I'm not going to, oh, you betrayed me. Like,
I love
I'm
that.
not going to feel that towards you. Whatever I gave you is yours to keep. Whatever love I gave you, whatever, like you can have that, but you won't get it again. You won't experience.
She said, you ain't living rent free in her head no more.
No. But I think practicing forgiveness and, being cordial, and maybe that person couldn't meet you where you were at in that moment, or things weren't going right. So they went left, so you never know. Because life, be lifing. So,
Yeah.
but I think making time for yourself and your mental health and spiritual health and emotional health is hanging out with your girlfriends.
I love that.
Everything you guys said, and I'm trying not to cry again. Recently, Diane Keaton passed away.
Oh.
And one of my favorite movies, well, she's had a few that she's been in that I think kind of represent girlfriends. Nobody's ever seen Palm, so I won't reference that one, but most of people have seen The First Wives Club.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't like the epitome of girl power, girlfriends, it was hilarious too.
Oh, it's great.
But I think that's exactly what it was. It was like you had these 4 women before Stalker Channing killed herself, who like were going through some tough stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the one person didn't reach out and she harmed herself and didn't live.
Mm-hmm.
But the other 3 used that and they came together and became stronger as a unit. So as we say, there are a lot of people who passed away recently, but when we're talking about girlfriends, that scene at the end where they sing "You Don't Own Me,"
Yeah.
I watched that
goosebumps.
on repeat and it makes me tear up because it just illustrates the power of how amazing we are together.
Yeah.
And so I'm highly emotional. I'm really trying not to like bawl and
We
cry.
love you,
And I'm probably going to do that as soon as this
Cry.
camera's off. But I'm just really excited because the whole community aspect that we're building, not only from our listeners, but to the lounge and all those other things, is important. It's really important work.
Yeah.
And I want to invite you to be a part of it, whether you just want to listen to the podcast and hear our shenanigans, whether you want to be a part of the lounge, whether but whether you just decide to reach out to somebody.
Yeah.
This is power and it's right there for us to grab. So please make sure you grab it. I think that's a great way to wrap up the show today.
Yeah.
Love you, girls.
And don't forget, we are also here on all of our platforms, Bras Off HQ, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We've got DMs in there. If you need somebody to just chop it up with, like, we are here.
Thanks for listening. If you love the show, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. If you want in on our shenanigans, then go to brasoffpod.com to join our community and connect with other amazing people just like you.